Biggest red flag in fitness culture right now. Don't do that. Like, I saw your podcast.
Wait till they see this. Like, you did it 3 times.
Yeah, you did, right? Like,
That's
don't
3 times
do
too
that.
many.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Well, guess what? It's my show, so I'm a clock it. Clock, 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 clock.
Yeah.
So here's a big one. Do you think social media has made wellness performative instead of personal? Like instead of,
I care so much less about what something is and care so much more about what I'm going to do about it.
Yeah.
Because like the popular way of doing things is always going to be probably antithetical to what you should be doing. Like, right?
Yeah.
It's not, everything's nonsense. And I'm just like, this is a tool.
Yeah.
Like now you can reach so many people on your phone.
Yeah.
You can network to a bunch of people. You can meet, and meet people you never would have had access
Before,
to.
yeah.
You can keep in contact with people all across the world, know what's going on with them. You can promote your business if you do it smartly, all those types of things. So it's always, you got to look at it as a tool, and you have to distrust something is meant to be intentionally addictive. So I don't give a shit about what social media is. Right. I care about how I'm going to use it.
Yes.
So it's just about being intentional about your life.
Yeah.
Right. You can't if you're just letting it fall into default mode in any category, then you're going to get swept up because this is how these things are designed. They're designed to capture and draw you in and to take your attention away from you.
And your money.
So if you, again, simplicity, if you figure out what it is that you want, then it's really easy to figure out, where everything else fits.
Yeah.
Right. So social media for me, and obviously I have my moments, right? But nothing on social media, and I'm sure some people can't relate to this, but nothing on social media makes me insecure. Like nothing.
Yep.
I don't care. Like I literally don't care. I just do.
Yeah. Me.
I'm about my own progress, as everyone else should be. Right? Clock it. I'm about my own progress, as you should be as well.
Yes.
So, you're always going to be able to find somebody who's doing better than you. Always. Yeah. So why are you looking for it?
It's such a fact though.
It will make you feel terrible all the time. All the time. You're just going to feel terrible. So just shut off the phone and feel really good about the little habits that you're developing in your own life and the progress and the direction that your life is taking. Yeah. So double down on yourself. Invest in yourself, and none of that stuff should matter as long as you have a clear set of goals. So you just have to make sure that you're constantly coming back to what, and then that's when, you talked about being performative. Yeah. You got to journal. Well, what the fuck are you journaling? Yeah. Like, the plant was a beautiful shade of green, like who cares? It's just with purpose, right? Yeah. The purpose is to stay locked in on what you want the most. Yeah. The purpose is to zoom out. Yeah. Okay. This putting the pen to paper, you can say in 5 years, I want to be here. And you can then become a more powerful dreamer. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And so, and how, affirmations go, how visualization goes, things tend to come to life the more powerful the picture of them in your mind. Yeah. Right? So that's what you need to do. Forget the pictures in the phone and turn it inwards. Pictures in your mind. Yeah. We talked about coaching. Yeah. That's what coaching is too. Yeah. Right. Let's talk about it. Where do you want to be? How are we going to get there? What does your daily life look like? How are we going to change? What are you giving up? That's the most important thing.
That's a big one.
What are you giving up?
Big one. Yeah.
You can't, because listen, I sit down in front of some people and they're like, I want this, and that. Yeah.
What are you going to give up?
And then it's like, okay, well, I know you have pizza night and you go 2 nights a week with your girls and you like to have 5 drinks. Yeah. Something's got to go. Yeah. Something's got to go. Well, yeah. And that's you get the pushback. Yeah. Okay. I think it's bullshit. I think everybody can find the time. Yeah. It's just, and so initially 100%. it sounds like tough love. Yeah. But if you operate with the assumption that you have time, right? Then you start to look for ways to make it easier. Like we talked about buckets, right? Yeah. Family and friends. Okay, well, I'm going to take my family and I'm going to hang out with other families. Yeah. That's families and friends into one bucket. Yeah. I'm going to make a career, out of doing something like health, which I'm doing anyway. That's me.
Yeah.
Right. Everything is you start to, once you operate under the assumption that it can be done, then you start to
tweak and figure out
then
ways.
Your mind starts to find the path.
Yeah.
Right. And things start to jump out at you.
Yeah.
And ways to, and that's the process of iteration. And that's why it takes a year, 2 years, 3 years, because that iterative process, it takes time, right? You have to do it though. You have to go through the process and you have to do it in order for it to be,
to make it happen.
To make it happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That is actually, again, I mean, I laugh because when you talk, I'm like, oh my God, I mean, Derick and I are absolutely the same person. It seems complicated, but it actually is just that freaking simple. Like,
simple, but not easy.
Yeah, simple. Yeah, simple, but not easy. Absolutely. Yeah. But you said something that, again, that really stands out for me, which is, what are you going to give up? You're not going to be able to achieve the things that you desire without sacrificing something.
What are you going to give up? What are you going to sacrifice?
Yeah. So then my question to you is, have you ever had a client and then at some point you're like, no, like, to be honest, like, you're not for me, or
Yeah.
And you've cut them off. Okay.
Yeah, I've definitely. I'm laughing because if that person sees it, they're gonna.
It's only one person.
No, it's definitely been a few. Okay. But I've had conversations with people about mindset. Like I've had big group classes before where I was just like, listen, pull people aside. And I'm like, your energy sucks. Your energy sucks. If it doesn't change, this is your last class. Okay, I will refund you every dollar, right? Because one bad person can rub off
infect the other people
on so many people. I've definitely talked to people and they have not been of the mindset that they have to give anything up in order to get where they need to get. And I've said, I don't think that you're ready.
Yeah.
Right. You have to be. And some people just gotta get desperate. Yeah. Right. Unfortunately, some people, it's going to take a major health catastrophe or a scare. It's hard to change adults. Adults don't want to change. But if they're going to have the best chance at it, then they have to really work with a coach and they have to work or a mentor to help them navigate that journey. Take it seriously. And most of all, you have to be willing to give up a version of yourself. Right? Or multiple versions of yourself.
I love that.
Multiple people. Like there's this whole now movement to get away from alcohol consumption too.
Yeah. Oh, is there?
I heard it.
Sorry, guys. I mean, I've made a lot of sacrifices as it pertains to my fitness. That is not one of them, but I didn't even know that was a thing.
So would you go alcohol or dessert? Which one do you prefer?
That I would give up?
If you're out and it was like you had to choose alcohol or dessert, what would you choose?
I would choose alcohol.
Okay.
I could survive without dessert. I could survive without dessert. I could absolutely survive without.
Me too.
And I want to, I don't want to make it seem like we're alcoholics. I can absolutely survive without alcohol. Yeah. But if it's beginning, like if I have to choose one, yeah, man, it's going to be a drink.
I'm definitely love a drink. But even just being social without consuming alcohol.
Yeah.
You got to be a different person.
Yeah.
Right. And then your boredom you might get a little bit boring.
Yeah.
But then eventually you normalize and you learn how to be a part of, whatever's going on without having alcohol in your system. But you have to be able to reinvent yourself. You have to be able to let go of friendships and say, you know what? The best friends, you barely see them. Right?
Yeah,
you barely ever see them because they're busy. The best friends that you want to have are busy doing their own thing. They're busy becoming who they want to become, who's also the person that you want to hang out with.
Yeah.
Right? So the people that you don't want to hang out with are always available. So they're always there. They're always answering.
That's actually such a great point. We were kind of talking about that before we officially started, was around time. Like the people that have time to just be in your business or tweeting or like, oh my God, Derick said this or Aisha said this. Right? Like I'm busy. I'm sorry. I didn't see your message till 3 days later because I was out here doing me.
Or you get the people that really get in their feelings about you not being connected. But that's just what it is. And again,
you gotta let
know me. I'm naturally just, deal with
and
I'm entirely okay of letting go of people and not just letting go in a negative way. I'm not cutting you off. I'm just like, we had a great time.
It was real.
Fun. It was fun. It was really fun. It was really fun. I'm gonna move on.
I gotta go.
I'm gonna be over here. You can come. You're invited. But if you don't want to, I'll understand. right? So you move on to different things and you find that you pick up different people, you leave some people behind. But I mean, I think, you know, like being able to transform and being unapologetic, you have to not be concerned with what people think about the new version of you, because they will always resist.
Yeah.
There will always be resistance, especially from family, especially from close friends that, you know, don't recognize you anymore. Right. They're like, this is not the person I recognize anymore. Right. So you just have to be okay with that.
You have to be okay with that.
And you know, if you have your family and you have, you know, your
core people,
your tight circle and people that you meet along the way that may, you know, that you may connect with a little bit better based on your shared goals and things that you like to do, then that's just got to be okay.
I mean,
got to be okay.
You are basically speaking the language of living with audacity, because that's actually what it comes down to, is who you are seeking to be will always evolve. In that process of evolution, you are going to inevitably, like you said, remove people, places, and things that no longer serve you. And it isn't about, I always same thing. It's not about like the full out cut off, although there are some people that you might need to just cut out of your life because they really aren't doing right by you, or they're not elevating you in any kind of way. So that's fine. They don't serve you. But it's true. It's being so grounded and affirmed in who you are. And that's definitely something that I also really respect about you. Like, you don't change. You've evolved, you've grown, but like your baseline, like who you are as a human, doesn't change. So they're either going to align, or it's been real. Like you said, we had a great time. It's been fun, but like, I'm going to just keep it moving.
Pushing.
Yeah. Keep it pushing. Yeah.
So
I appreciate that. Yeah. And I think people have to get comfortable with that. You know what I mean? But I think this journey, again, around wellness, around self-care, around living with audacity, like it really comes down to the self. Like, you have a choice if you're going to stay status quo and be miserable, or you're actually going to, like you said, do the work.
Yeah. A lot of it's procrastination though. Like if you start to get in, you know, you're trying to do something and someone's hating on you, or, you know, someone makes a comment or whatever, and you let that get, you know, change you or bring you back to where who you were, then that's just procrastination. That's just fear. And that you got to get rid of that. You got to be courageous. You got to step into new spaces, be around new people, have new conversations. And at first that doesn't feel comfortable. But you eventually expand into that space and it becomes your new normal. And the faster that you can do that, and the faster you could iterate that process, is the further you'll go, and the faster you'll become, you know, who you ultimately want. And you'll look back and you'll be like, wow, I've come
such a long way. Yeah.
And that's the 3-year process of transforming your body.
Yeah. Right? It absolutely is. And I always talk about, because we connected, I think before, well, obviously we've known each other for a super long time.
Donkey years.
Like tons of years. But I feel like I started Quiktrain before I was going to turn 40, which was now at this point 6 years ago.
I love that. I love that. And I love that because I know what you're thinking, which is a lot of people at 40. Like, I want to enter into my 40s the best possible shape that I can be in. And because for the purpose, again, zooming out, the purpose of like living long, having energy, being able to chase my kids around. Like, that's big purpose stuff. That will pull you. Into
a different sphere. And it's crazy because I'll be honest, I entered into like connecting with you in this way from a physical perspective of like, okay, I know Derick knows what he's doing. But in that process for me, it really was, and I talk about that in my book, it really ended up being a full transformational, like mental, emotional, physical shift that I didn't anticipate. And then it just absolutely shifted my
your confidence exploded. Like, you were confident, but it exploded.
It did. So I really am unruffled and unbothered.
Did your hat size grow?
A little bit, guys. A little bit. I did have to increase in size. But I look back and I look at a version of myself where this wasn't me. Like, I was very you're probably going to laugh because you've known me long, internally demure and always kind of hiding, and because people had a lot of things to say about me. And once I hit that 40, I was like,
that's it. You're gone. Yeah.
Gone.
Don't care.
I don't care. I'm not the best, but I am continuing to be the best version of myself every single year.
I love that.
Yeah. Every single year.
I love that. And at the end of the day, you have only you to thank, and you have only you to blame if you don't get there, because everyone wants to blame someone else.
Listen, that's a big one, Derick, that you just said.
But you know how good that actually feels, because that puts you entirely in the driver's seat. And that's where you have to be full account, like insane level of accountability, almost to the point of making no sense. Like you're responsible for everything, every outcome in your life, every single one, based on your actions. Yeah.
And I love that, because it's something, again, that I'm really emphasizing with my kids. That's like, you can have all the teacher said this and they didn't give me this and I'm like, but what was your responsibility? If you didn't know something, why didn't you ask? If you didn't have the information, what should you have done? If this ended up happening, what's your responsibility? So it's I'm obviously getting the pushback a little bit, but I'm like, you are accountable to yourself. When you make a decision, you might think you're tantruming and it's affecting me. I said, I have a job. I'm married. I have a car. I have all the things. Your decisions impact you. Just remember, that's on you.
Only you can make you mad.
Right? You can be mad at me, but I need you to do some introspective work and realize why you're really angry, and make sure you blame yourself.
And make sure you clean the garage.
Yeah, right? And make sure you clean your room.
Clean that damn garage.
Listen, get her done. I mean, I'm OCD with cleaning. So, it's funny that you say that, because there's really nothing for my children to clean, because I'm obsessed with cleaning. But all to say, you're right. Like, I think as adults, we also still maintain this, like, when we do a good job, it's like, oh my God, it's all me. And then when things go left, we're like, oh my God, this circumstance and this person. No.
It's all you.
It's all you.
And I hate to say it too, like, and there is outside factors.
Yes.
But how your kids turn out is up to you as well.
100%.
Yeah.
So stop raising bad pick me, okay? Because there's, sorry.
Honestly, because they're
I don't have perfect kids, but like.
Hanging out. Some girl. Listen. Bianca came home from school the other day. If she was not wearing a full acrylic nail, with the real ass nail glue, a full acrylic nail, she's like, "Oh, such and such did this for me. She was running a nail salon at school, and I was her first client." I was like,
first of all, I was like, how old is me?
I was like, I'm like, don't let anyone do that. That's not cool. And then like 5 minutes later, my phone rings and it's the school explaining the situation.
First of all, what is happening? The acrylic nail in the school, I think, is hilarious.
Wild.
I think is wild. It's wild. Because she's how old?
She's 5. She's 5. She went into Gen Pop. She's in SK with all the other
she's
kids.
In Gen Pop and comes back.
All the hardened criminals. All the hardened criminals are out there. So that's why it's important to teach. You got to teach your kids, man. You got to teach your kids how to say no, and
Listen, if she comes with a weave, you need to pull her. If she comes into the school and she's got a 52-inch bust down, it's time for her to go.
We're moving. We're leaving.
Right? Like, what is happening? That's wild.
Anyway,
okay, wow. That's but you're right. Again, even at this age, not to get off topic, even around boundaries, like not feeling like someone can say, "Oh, Bianca, let me do this," and then she feeling like, I mean, she obviously did it for fun, but just again, the importance of like having your boundaries, not putting on acrylic nails.
That's right.
Like
that's
real
right.
glue.
Poor thing.
I'd also like to know where this kid got
that's a whole other conversation.
That's a whole other
we're gonna have a talk with the parents. You want to come, but you're invited.
I'd like to know. Like,
I'm inviting a small group.
Please, right? Like, I mean, big up to the young entrepreneur.
I know, for real.
Like,
she was actually sweet. It wasn't anything malicious.
No, I know. No, I know. And I mean, again, you don't want to like stifle a young child who has like entrepreneurship, but like,
offside.
Damn.
Offside. Go clean the garage.
Go clean the garage.
You're not doing enough. You
know what I mean? Oh, man, that is wild. That is absolutely wild. Okay, I have some rapid fire questions for you. Some I kind of already know. But first one, are you an early morning workout or a late night?
Morning.
I know you're morning, yes. You clock in at like
Since time.
5 something in the morning.
5 something. Yeah. If things are going well,
I see it. Yeah. I see it.
Yeah,
I also watch you.
Yeah. No doubt.
Favorite hype song in the gym right now?
Oh my God. It all depends on the day. I'm so eclectic when it comes to music, but like on the real tough days.
Yeah.
I'm a Benny the Butcher fan.
Are you?
Big time. That's what I listen to in the gym. Okay. That's when I'm just going crazy.
Crazy. Okay.
Crazy.
Okay. Yeah. For me, I'm just all things like trap hardcore. Like that is all. Yeah. Like if I'm doing lifting, that shit hypes me up.
It depends. Like sometimes it's EDM. Sometimes it's, it could be so many different things. But like if I were to pick one, I would say it would be like a 90s hip hop vibe or current hip hop Benny the Butcher.
Yeah.
Get into that zone.
That's the vibes. Okay.
Yeah, get into that dark place.
Yeah.
That dark place, man.
All right. What is one thing you absolutely refuse to compromise when it comes to your wellness?
Ooh, that's a good question. Training. Yeah, training. I love to train, and I think weightlifting is the biggest ROI on your health.
Yeah.
For so many reasons. There's so many studies coming out now, you know, that talk about, you know, muscle in terms of blood sugar regulation. Like muscle is the only thing that's going to really, the way that you can really interact with your hormones.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, building more muscle is going to suck up more blood sugar, and sucking up blood sugar is going to help with inflammation. It's going to help with, you know, how much weight you gain, excess fat you gain. It's going to help with so many different things. So, yeah, I lift, and I'm not going to the gym to walk on a treadmill. I'm going to the gym to put up heavy ass weights and push to my full capacity. Now it takes a lot of work to get there. So you have to do a lot of maintenance, especially 40 plus. You have to do a lot of maintenance in order to be able to lift in that way. And, you know, you have to approach strength as a skill. So you have to make sure that you're paying full attention to execution. You're not going into a place of fatigue where your reps are suffering. And then it allows you to be consistent enough to build up your strength. But like at 40 years old, you could still be as strong as you ever were. Put up some crazy numbers. If you're not, and you feel like you can't, then you need to talk to somebody that's going to get you on the right path.
And I agree. I mean, my dad is 75 and probably looks better than like a solid amount of like
I've seen him. Yeah, he looks crazy.
Like,
he looks insane.
And that again is just that consistency and that mindset of like, I mean, he's a runner, but he is absolutely a weightlifter. And I live for training. Like I mean, as you know, I'm having surgery and I have to not train for 4 weeks. I'm going to die.
I don't know if that's ever happened for me, but yeah.
I'm stressing. I'm actually stressing because I'm like, what am I going to do? But I know I have to. I know I have to rest in order for long term, but I'm genuinely concerned. So maybe check on Dwayne if he's alive about week 2 when I haven't.
Dishes and the raw chicken on the
just swipe everything.
So as a caveat though, I did say that, you know, that weight training was the biggest ROI, but I think for most people, I think sleep is the number one. I think sleep is the number one, and we don't get enough of it. I personally, unfortunately, sometimes that's what gets sacrificed for me. But now I'm much more, actually one of my goals for 2025 was to sleep more. So that's been going relatively well. So sometimes I'll do the 5 a.m.s, but it's only contingent on the fact that I actually get to bed on time, which has been going great, but occasionally I will sleep and go a little bit later. But sleep as well.
That's nice. Remember, you have to sleep, but it is very true. Massage, meditation, or meal prep, which ones keep you sane?
Massage, meditation,
or meal prep.
Damn, I would say meal prep.
Meal prep? Okay.
Yeah, I got to have my food. I got to eat. Like, I perform, I train to perform, and there's been so much of this, and I've fallen into it as well. Fasting culture, and time-restricted eating, and all that kind of stuff. And now this year, again, going back to making sure that I'm fed before I train has made such a difference in my just performance and then repeat performance. Like I haven't run into any of those sessions, I could say this year, where I kind of run out of gas. I go because I'm just fueling my body correctly the way that it's supposed to be fueled.
I absolutely agree. So as you know, I did like an assessment and found out something. At that point, I was like doing intermittent fasting and found that I was like malnourished,
crushing your body.
Absolutely crushing my body. So since changing that, even better results. Favorite post-workout snack or meal?
Right now, damn, you know what I just got into? I got into them dates, bro. People would be doing those dates.
We talked about that. Like, I don't even know why it took you so long to have dates. They're
so sweet, and I don't trust sweet things like that. You know what I'm saying? But all the research is that it says that within, you know, like if you have dates, even though they're high sugar, they're actually somewhat lower glycemic as well. So they don't spike blood sugar in the same way that something of very similar sugar amount will actually do. So I've been doing them post-workout. And like banana, some toast, and boom.
Some date.
It's great.
Dates are very good. I can't believe it took you so long to get
I'm on it.
All right.
I'm on it.
Okay, we already talked about your gym playlist. Biggest red flag in fitness culture right now?
Biggest red flag. I would say any level of extreme dieting. So it comes around, like we're just getting out of a phase where we've been demonizing carbs.
Yeah.
We've demonized, before that was demonizing protein for vegan stuff.
Yeah.
Before that was demonizing fats.
Yeah.
So any diet that doesn't allow for balance. Right? And it doesn't allow for balance, because we need all the macronutrients. Yep. So any diet doesn't, and anything that feels extreme and unsustainable, it sounds great on a podcast. Right? I got this new shiny thing that's going to fix all your problems, but it's not that. The problem is you're just not being consistent with the details.
Yeah.
You know, and there's some really big issues that you can fix. I can give you 5 things that can fix your diet, you know, just again on a back of a napkin with no complexity. So beware of anything that is extreme in any way.
And quick fix, and we'll help you lose
culture
100 pounds in 3 months.
But quick fix culture will have you losing the same 20 pounds every single year. Yeah. For the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life. That's actually a big one. And is there anything, like any lasting I mean, you always have tons of gems. So I'm going to tell everyone, when you watch this, please make sure you follow Derick at Quiktrain. To be very honest, and I'm not saying this just to like big up your head, because you already have you're very confident. Again, we're the same person, but again, you bring so much value, not just from the fitness, but I think your strength for me is your knowledge around like holistic wellness, which I think sometimes, again, I haven't actually used a lot of trainers in my life. You're probably the only trainer that I've ever worked with, maybe outside of my father. But like, it's not just the fitness, it's the mental, it's the emotional, it's the food, it's the nutrition. It's like, again, the realistic goals, right? That I think is the power that you bring into this space. But for anyone who's listening, like, what is one thing that you want them to know, whether it's about you, about like Popeyes, about Quiktrain, about all the things?
Message me, DM me. I'm always willing to help. I love solving these problems.
Yes.
And if I had to leave with anything, I think my favorite phrase is, the way that you do one thing is the way that you do everything. So you can get motivation off of any habit that you do.
Yep.
Just start, like, the whole thing about, doing your bed when you get up in the morning. Brush your teeth.
I was like, brush your face. But I guess if you have a beard.
Depends. Yeah. I do the little,
You do it. A little maintenance.
But just habits.
Yeah.
Make sure you're cleaning up. Make sure you're keeping your car clean. Make sure you're, like, all those things will bleed into other aspects of your life. Yeah. So the way you do it. So just if you think about it that way, the way my car looks is probably the way my office looks. Yeah. And the way my office looks is probably the way that my room looks. And that's why I have no clarity in my mind.
Because there's chaos everywhere.
When you come into work and you talk about negativity, or you gossip, or you vent, which is really just, reinforcing, negative thoughts, then that is what you become. And then all those people start to gravitate towards you. So
misery loves company.
The way you do one thing is the way you do. So come into work confident, talk to people about what's good. Like, I don't say, how are you? No, what's good?
Yeah.
I love asking what's good.
Yeah, what's good?
What's good? Because I don't want to hear anything else. Yeah. Just tell me what's good. That's just, that's a dog whistle for don't dump your shit on me. Tell me what's good. What's good. That's it. Nothing else. So it's, you have to approach all aspects of your life with the same kind of veracity if you want to get it. And that will allow you to build momentum, right? Yeah. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything.
I love that. I love that.
Clock it. That's what they're doing. I don't know.
That's
what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah. Listen, I did it the other day, and
cool.
Iman was like, "Don't do it.
We're cool. No, we're cool now.
First of all, we've been cool. I actually don't need anybody to tell me that I'm cool. I gotta
say, that period, the early kids, like, you lose a little bit of cool. In that,
1,000%.
I'd like to say that I've,
Yeah, well, you're cool now.
I'm all right.
You're definitely cool. When they get teenager is when they kind of like...
Doesn't matter what you do.
You're not
Doesn't
that
matter
cool.
what you do.
My son, Zeke, still thinks I'm cool. The girls are like, don't do that. Like, I saw your podcast.
Wait till they see this. They're like, you did it 3 times.
Yeah, you did, right? Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Well, guess what? It's my show, so I'm a clock it. Clock. This is amazing. Again, I cannot say enough about you. I definitely want to thank you for, again, shifting my mindset, my understanding about not just fitness, but about wellness. It is again, I look forward to training every single day. I am going to be stressed like come December when I have to.
We'll work it out. We'll work it out.
I don't know what I'm going to do, but like
zoom out.
Yeah.
It's just a very small blip on the radar.
Yes, you're correct. Only for me to continue, on this on this incredible
I'll have something
path.
for you when you get back. Don't worry.
No, listen, whatever day they tell me is the 5th, the last day of the 5th, my new program,
it's just waiting.
Just load it.
Yep.
Just load
Loading
it.
In the app. Loading in the app.
But I want to thank you, Mr. Samuel,
for joining. Thanks for inviting me.
My pleasure. This hopefully is not the last time that you come to Living with Audacity.
Yeah.
Please make sure you follow him, DM him. Again, regardless of where you're at on your journey, even if you're someone who actually works out but is looking for elevation, still, there's always something to learn. There's always areas to grow. So please make sure you check him out. Again, at Quiktrain, Quiktrain, no C.
And Popeye's supplements as well. Popeye's supplements Scarborough, Popeye's supplements Young and Steeles.
Yeah, man.
So those also have Instagram pages. Hit me up. I got all your fitness stuff covered. Just hit me up.
Everything. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining another episode of Living with Audacity. Till next time.